Hey YouTube, my name is Trevor McGinnis and I want to welcome you to my channel, SPSF N-Scaler. The purpose of my channel is for me to describe and show you guys how I'm building my new N-Scale layout that I'm building for my son, Colby. So today you can see that I'm set up in my garage filming this video for you guys. In the background behind me is a portion of my HO scale model railroad that I have set up here. I call it Oakdale Junction. It's based on the Sierra Railroad, the Santa Fe Railroad, and the Southern Pacific Railroad. They're mid to late 1950s in Oakdale, California. Anyways, this is not the point of my video. Obviously, I'm just taking a break from doing my HO scale model railroading so I can start again in N scale and do the hobby with my son. Back when I was in middle school, I had a small N scale model railroad layout. It was on a small piece of plywood, had 2 ovals of track, and some sidings and an industry or two. It was based on the Santa Fe. The whole sheet of plywood was able to fit underneath my bed. I had fun playing with my N-scale trains. So, after being in model railroading for several years doing my HO scale model layouts, I've decided to go back to my roots and once again build a small N-scale model railroad layout. This time for my son Colby. Some of the books I've used recently to find inspiration and knowledge on how to construct an N-scale layout are as follows. The first book I've had for a couple years now is from Atlas. It's called 9 N-Scale Railroads. It's got a lot of information specifically towards Atlas and their products, their sectional track as well as their flex track. It talks about how they wire their layouts and how to connect their track. And it has about 9 different types of model railroad layouts that you can build on your own. Another book that I like to read regarding N-scale layouts is this one. It's from Model Railroad Magazine and it's called Building the Burlington Northern in N-Scale, a complete how-to guide. Once again, this is based on one of Model Railroad Magazine's project layouts that they did many years ago. The third book, very recently added to my collection, is also from Model Railroad Magazine. It's called Building a Model Railroad Step by Step. This is the second edition. It's from David Popp. This is a very good reference for anybody who wants to build an N-scale model railroad. The track plan that I came up with for my N-scale model railroad layout is one that I saw in Model Railroad Magazine called the Carolina Central. Mine's not an exact match to it as I had a little bit more space than what they did in that project layout. Their project layout was able to fit on a hollow core door. I have pretty much the same dimensions, but a little bit more room, so I expanded mine to be about 7 feet long and 32 inches wide. My track plan is loosely based on this one that I just shown you. With my expanded space, I was able to add additional layers of track to go off to the different edges for future expansion. So in designing this layout for my son Colby, I gave him the opportunity to pick which railroad company he wanted to model. We went through several internet pictures as well as Walther's catalog, and he ultimately decided on the Santa Fe Railroad. His favorite is the silver and red war bonnets, but he also likes the blue and yellow. By picking the Santa Fe, I was pretty happy because then I knew I could run SPSF merger locomotives in that paint scheme. That's why we're going to set our railroad into the early 1980s, when the SPSF merger was about to take place. We then had to come up with an area loosely to model. It's not going to be 100% prototypical, but we found a spot. I went through and used my version, or my copy of Steam Powered Video's Comprehensive Railroad Atlas of North America. This is the Colorado and Utah version. It's by Mike Walker. But anyways, I went through here and found a perfect spot that matches what we want to do with our layout. And it's near the area of Trinidad, Colorado. It has a junction, it's got a passing siding through the town, it's got a station for Amtrak trains, has industries to model, and it has bridges that cross the river. Everything that I need on my basic layout that we're building.